Welcome to another episode of the Waffling Sticks podcast with myself, Bodhi.
And me, a sweaty George.
We're back to the summer again. We're back to the hot rooms.
This room, man.
Yeah.
He literally closed both windows. I went, oh, God.
And this is day 2 of recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big episode.
No, it's not.
I came here yesterday to do this, and yeah, it's not looking good, Brett.
No. But we're here. We're doing our next episode. Let's get it done.
Yes, mate. I'm up for it.
Yeah?
Yes. What's this week?
So this week we have got drug lords.
Yeah.
We become drug lords.
Become, yeah.
Oh, yep. And we also have got some big news in gaming in that the Switch 2 was released this week.
Oh, yeah. And they also announced the Xbox handheld.
Yeah. Oh, you saw that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see everything. I see you.
So yeah, before we get into this week's episode, let's get into a little catch up of the week.
Well, I want to start off on a high, bruv, right?
Go on.
I'm starting off on a high. I got you a little gift.
Right, okay. Wait, I've had this. So obviously this got dropped off yesterday.
I was here yesterday. The little parcel. It looks it's sort of fitting with the druggy sort of
Little baggie.
It's a big baggie.
Yeah.
It's well expensive. But I was like, look, bruv, I ain't transporting this around. There's extra tax on that. So I'm leaving it here. I said, do not look at it.
I didn't look at it.
You promise?
Promise.
I think this might solve some of your problems. And it is not the world's smallest condom.
Okay. That would fix a lot of problems. Well, you got a shag for that case anyway.
This is going to drive people mad, but it's going to soothe your brain.
Yeah.
Can you just give a little ASMR on it?
Yeah. So we'll bring it up to the microphone now.
It is
tactile.
Yeah, it's basically a mechanical fidget, which is just a couple of keys off of an old
do you know
keyboard.
how at work that is going?
I go like this. I'm at work and I'll be thinking, I'll just be like, and like one of the guys I work with, he's like, "Will you shut the fuck up?" And then the planner, she's got a little girl, and she was like, "Oh, my daughter would absolutely love that." I was like, "Oh, funny you should say that." I've got a pink one at home. I'll give it to you. So it was all in a packet. But this, I didn't want a lot of scrunching around, so I took it out of the packet for you. You can go on your key ring, or you can lose this. Just put it on your desk.
Yeah, no, I'm going to lose it. Yeah, no, definitely.
I
mean, to be fair, my
honest
keyboard
to God,
is like
it soothes your head. So
one more ASMR. Hi guys, it's Bodhi here. And today we've got some AMSR. And this is the present that Bodhi and George has got from Bodhi.
Are you happy?
I am. That's going to fix it. After these last 2 days, I need this in my life.
We have had a mental few days. You've had 2 days off that haven't been days off.
No, days off don't even exist anymore. Jesus Christ. But let's not make it into a negative. Let's make it into a positive.
So, what have you been up to? I see a little video. You've done a little bit of filming.
Yeah, I did some filming. We had a bike event at work. So it was like a charity event. They all started us. So I did some filming with that with the Osmo. Really, really park art. Love that.
Yeah, got wiped out.
What? Yeah?
Nearly got wiped out.
Yeah, almost got wiped out by my bikes. But Dan had come down, a friend of a friend, in little joke there, when ages ago, when I did a podcast, I said police friend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I said a police friend of a friend.
Yeah.
And then for months after, it was like, oh, I'm just friends of a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Like,
Cheers, Bob.
Yeah. So he'd come down, and obviously I got the Osmo, and it's on a gimbal, and I've got it low to the floor. And as I've got it low to the floor, the camera's like pointing up a little bit as I'm like filming bikes and stuff.
Upskirting.
And that's what he did. But he's cropped the image down, and it is just me
with the camera.
Yeah. So here is the picture. I'll get Dan to send it, so you better see that here. So yeah, I looked quite sus with it. Dan thought it was hilarious. I thought it was very funny. Apart from that, well,
there's no change really. You're pervert. It's like no real fucking surprise.
Well, you know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes, didn't you? Then that is it really on the whole scheme of things. I've not done going broke over Pokemon. Need to stop that shit.
Bro, yeah, you made a little bit of pee.
Made some money, but yeah, not enough to fuel my addiction. No, it is a full-on gamble with me at the moment. Gambling addiction, 100%.
Right, I'm taking your Whatnot account.
Yeah, I know it's deleted, bruv. The Whatnot's gone.
You need to. So those of you who don't know, Whatnot is like a bidding site just for Pokemon cards.
No,
right?
it's anything collectible or clothes or anything
But
like that.
I bet the massive thing at the moment is Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, of course it is.
That's
but
your trending thing on there, yeah?
Well, we originally Distant Rivals has come out not so long ago. Did we talk about the last pod?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, okay. So it's come out. I've got all my bulk stuff now. Binders all ready to go.
Well, you were showing me your binders. You were like, oh yeah, I bought that one the other day. I bought that one the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, how much is that? Oh, £3, £4, £3, £4,
Yeah.
£30, whatever. And I was like, fucking hell, I reckon doing the maths in my brain like this. He's done 300 quid. Fucking hell.
I'm going to show you. So obviously I bought a booster box, 140. Yeah, bought a booster box for 140 or for 150 or for Sam. And I have now got bulk cards. So bulk cards is what left over in the set.
Honest to God, right? When you buy Pokemon cards, you're a bit of a mug because look how many cards are here.
This is just all
the burn pile.
The viewers are watching on YouTube and now on Spotify, actually, which you can watch on there. They are all here. That is all bulk. So
if you need any odds and sods,
well, no, if you want a full set.
no. If you need some odds and sods, you might have their odd and sods.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Missing.
So I don't feel like enough. I want to get a couple more people into it. I want to get Josh Kidd into it. I'm in an hour in and he's asked me about prices and stuff.
Josh, if you listen to this, bruv, don't do it. You'll just start spaffing your money.
Yeah, well, you do, but it's like, for me, what enjoyments do I get? I don't game anymore, really.
You do a gaming podcast.
No, I know I do a gaming podcast, but
I don't game on the regs, guys. Only every 2 weeks.
No, but I've like played COD now in months. That was a big drop actually this week. The new COD trailer got released. But yeah, I don't really play COD anymore. Like, I eat shit food and...
Yeah, what happened to the gym and game train?
Yeah.
You lost the time.
Yeah, busy, man. And everyone goes, oh, make time for it.
No, but you can't,
No, mate. You need some downtime.
Bruv, I've got to stop you.
Okay.
I have got a little surprise for you again.
Okay.
Right? So, last episode,
right,
we mentioned one of our listeners, Cal, right?
Yeah.
And neither of us knew who the fuck he was or how our link is to him. Well, I messaged him yesterday when he messaged about the podcast being released. And I said, bruv, watch the podcast and then just do some voice clips so I can play them for Bodhi, all right? Well, the only thing is, he sent me 2 minutes worth of voice.
That's right. Well, we can cut it down if need, but we'll try not
right.
to.
I'm going to play this now, Cal. If this is a load of waffle, right, you're obviously in the right place, yeah? But if it just cuts to the end of the voice note and, yeah, we cut you out, send us a reply. And we'll play it on the next episode, yeah?
Yeah, so I watched the pod. I've only watched half of it so far because it's a 2 weekly thing, so I like to save half and then watch the other half.
Savour it,
for tonight. Where do we know each other from? Well, it's a funny story. It was the summer of 69. No, I'm joking. We don't actually know each other. I think we'll shared your pod.
Right, I'm going to pause it there. Will Young, legend.
Yeah.
Early days it was, and that's since then.
He's an OG.
I think you've done a giveaway for like an Ambernick RG35.
Yeah. Got that wrong, bro.
Wrong, but it's still early to this now.
And tell Bodhi, the little cue ball, I've got my eyes peeled and all them reels that I swipe through. Because when I see him, I'm going to give it to him. Oh, and you might also like to know that the Peg Me is getting passed around at work now.
Love it!
Podcast and a few of my pals that I play online with. So, yeah, Peg Me is
a catchphrase.
Expression now.
I fucking love that.
It's not an expression.
But,
live.
Yeah, big up the boys, man. The podcast is fucking sick. Or it's lit, as the kids call it these days.
Lit.
Absolute cinema. Keep smashing it, boys. Yeah, if you're ever going to think about getting a guest on, I'll happily come down.
My God.
Shit, play with my stick. That sounds weird.
He's an OG.
Yeah, definitely come down. You boys are up for it. Talk shit, talk gaming, talk horror stories of cars getting wiped out at the GP.
So right, first of all, big up, right? That is quality. If you think you're an OG fan, you got to send us a voice note.
We say we don't do this for the fan, but that's like well called to listen back.
I love it. He's like, day one. His boy locked him in. Like we plug Will Young Barbers, works at Fargs as well. Fargs as well as Cal, obviously. Sorry, mate. The fact that Peg Me is becoming a fucking catchphrase.
It's just so easy. It just rolls off the tongue.
Bruv. You're like Ricky Gervais level with this shit. I can't believe it. This is fucking brilliant.
Look, I'm just saying, right? No, but all serious aside, having that interaction from you guys that listen to this makes it
actually makes it worth it.
Oh yeah, and it does, and it's like a different. It makes it into a platform. Even though we enjoy having banter with each other, our last episode was like a banter episode through and through. We had so much fun doing it throughout. Where having you guys, and actually no, we had interaction on that one as well because we had the animal fight.
Yeah,
so, it does add another layer to it.
When Ben was going to punch a giraffe in the knob.
I saw him like the post today actually, and one of them I was like,
he's a hero.
Well, actually,
so can I just
go on?
I was watching it earlier.
Yeah,
I was just finishing off my tiling, doing my thing.
Yeah,
watching it, and I know what's coming. And I'll fucking laugh. And I think it's brilliant that it does that.
So there is some bits in there that I was watching back on the editing process that I sit there and go, I've got to send this to you straight away.
Yeah.
Okay, like the one that you got me dirty with you looking around trying to make me say something, I was crying because like I say, in the pod, you never would see that.
Well, these guys get that as a reel.
At some point, we'll definitely get reels on the go.
So we'll show you guys that exact moment. But you were saying something about ladyboys, I think.
Yeah,
and I was trying to bait you, and then you were saying something, and I was thinking, fucking hell, he's actually gay. But I'm like, the straightest face, like, what? It's just like, you got me, bro. I just did not know what I was coming into. With that
you was looking around, and I was thinking, this prick has actually got me dirty, proper
hook,
dirty.
line, and sinker.
And the thing is, it's a little joke you made to yourself because you was there just chuckling, and then you just carried on like it wasn't a thing, and it was on to the next conversation. I was like, I'm going to catch this prick. Oh no, then I've got you actually on. So there will be a reel coming. It's cut from the main episode, I think. It's the very, very end, and you go, I like licking ass. So I'm going
me love the anus, all right? It ain't a secret.
It's not a secret. Anyways, what else has been going on?
So I've been on a big building project.
Yeah, still.
Oh, spent 2 nights up until like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning getting my bathroom sorted. We're almost there, bro. I was waiting on a bathroom screen to show up. It showed up. But we have got 300 plus metro tiles put up
how
on the
many
wall.
rooms you got left?
Not many upstairs. Tina, what the... Hear this, right?
Go on.
We've been there 6 weeks-ish.
Yeah.
I've painted 3 bedrooms.
Yeah.
I've prepped the hallway. I've tiled the bathroom. I'm getting there slowly, yeah?
Yeah.
Tina's like, this paint ain't washable. She's like, I've left marks on the wall and then I've cleaned them and I've left even worse marks. You've got to repaint it. I was like, you're fucking kidding me. I said, you get a paint, I'll do it. But obviously that's going to slow down the other jobs.
Yeah, what needs to be done.
Mate, just can't keep up with it.
So what rooms have you want to start on next then? Kitchen, front room?
No, downstairs is staying for a little bit. I'm not starting that.
No.
For a while. Upstairs, I got until 2nd of July to get upstairs done.
Right.
Because that's when the floors are coming. Bathroom will be ready by the end of the week.
Yeah.
For the floor. The bedrooms, if I got to repaint them, I got to repaint all 3, panel 2 rooms. There's 3 bedrooms.
Is it just
done.
one layer though, or is it
Of
the
paint?
Paint, yeah.
I'll have to do a couple, but that's not a problem. But yeah, so that's like another week's work. So that's 2 weeks at most. And then I've got to hit that hallway hard. The hallway's fucking a mess.
You asked Chop for some balls as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I'm going to buy them. Yeah. If I'm honest with you, like I'll go around there, they'll be the wrong size.
Yeah.
So it's easier if I just buy brand new, fit it up, done. Forget about it. So yeah, I've been dealing with that. Work's been manic. I've been trying to pick up extra pieces. It's just been flat out, mate. I had a meltdown at one point. I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Get me out, get me out.
And I think it was to do with the fact that I was interviewing people all day on Teams and doing my work. I didn't finish like 3 days on the trot until like 5 o'clock. Even though I was working at home. Wait, I start work at 6:30. So like long normal hours here. But even though I was working at home, it just wasn't stopping because I was already at home.
Yeah.
It just fucking killed me, mate. So like, yeah, it's been manic. I needed you yesterday. I come here to record.
Yeah, I text you saying
you were so flat out.
Be ready.
I was like, bruv, you're going to be ready. It's fine. We could do this. And then I got round there and it was just manic. It was nice to decompress and not think about anything else.
Yeah.
But then I was like, look, bruv, this ain't good. I'm coming back tomorrow. Get it ready.
Yeah, and it is ready now. But sometimes the things get all mixed up. Do you know what happened the other day? So I knew I was tired the other day. And out of nowhere, it hit me. Like, I got so much to do. I'm just going to maybe put the sink on for a minute, relax, and then crack on after I reset.
Yeah.
I think I sat in a chair and I was like this.
Monging.
No, first sleep.
At work?
No, here. And then it was like at 9 o'clock. By this point, I woke back up. It's like 9 o'clock. And I was like, oh. The only ones who just, if I woke up then, I'm staying up all night. So I went back to bed and slept all the way through. So caught up a load of stuff. I know, but there's a load of things I didn't get completed. So we're still on the whole pushing for the side hustle, but yeah, realistically, for 2 weeks, I can't actually tell you too much that has happened.
Well, the thing is, 2 weeks isn't a long time. It is and it isn't. Like, when you're busy having to do stuff like for life,
you
don't get time for a breather, do you?
No. Anyway, this is not
so,
the same.
No. These guys want to know real life, right?
Do they? Or just here for the being?
Hey. Get yourself down the pub, get yourself a bag, all right, and just have a good time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Big summer blow up.
Well, talking about the bag.
Oh.
Our game this week is been recommended by Theo. So we are doing Schedule 1. So I thought to go into the whole theme of Schedule 1 and explaining what it is.
We're going to start off with a little
drug lord situation.
Is this going to be educational and fun?
Yeah, we're going to try and make it fun, great. But it could be the deadest episode we do, by the way.
If it's the deadest, right, he wrote it.
Wait, but where?
Behind you.
I was about to say, I've got my notes and I've got a couple of questions after, right? So we're talking about obviously drug lords. There was like 5 or 6 on this list that I've done, but I'm going to get 2 out that I watched, really enjoyed, and so we're going to talk about first the Nutter. No, there he is. Found him. I don't know what happened then. Right, cut.
Hey, no cut. That is very fitting because this guy, he broke out of prison. Yeah, he escaped the Matrix.
So we'll talk about El Chapo. The reason why he called El Chapo was because of his height. So like is he a
little fella?
Yeah, he's a little fella, yeah. So imagine that you're getting called a gangster name and you're just El Chapo because you're just a small geezer. Yeah. So he was Mexican, active between the 1980s and the 2010s. So it's quite
2010.
Yeah.
I remember him going to prison, like it being in the news about El Chapo, but I didn't know anything about him.
Oh, so he's a nutcase. So we'll get to this in a minute. Claim to fame was head of a cartel known for insane tunnel escapes and bribing politicians. This seems to be like a common thing with the bribing situation throughout all of them that I noticed. One of the escapes that he had done, so he got out of prison the first time.
Yeah.
And then they based
What did he go to prison for?
Oh, we'll come back to that later on, but this is quite a good little story here. So he got escaped out of prison first time, and then Netflix was like, oh, we want to do a movie with you, like about you. So they got Sean Penn and a Mexican actress, and he met them while under the run. And then Sean Penn take a picture of them two with each other. So like you've got all like the CIA looking for him and everything. There's just that picture.
And he's just like a celebrity. Fucking, yeah.
What I thought was hilarious. And then got he's now serving life in prison, but like a big boy prison.
Maximum security, I'd expect.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to quickly go through some of the notes that I had put down earlier on. So there was how it all kind of started. He had a bit of a rough upbringing, and then like he's like turn in his life story is why first time he went to prison is because he was there chasing a priest pretty much, and they both turned up in the same car, and there was a gang shootout, and the gang shootout was trying to shoot El Chapo. It's not even
Joaquin,
yeah, and then as he went to, they shot the wrong car apparently and killed the priest.
right.
But everyone's saying it was the Mexican government, blah 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 blah. Anyway.
The cover up.
Yeah, basically. So obviously El Chapo goes to the old prisons and everything, and so he's guys that
A lot of these guys, right? The drug lords, when they go to prison, it don't stop.
Oh,
They're
no,
running
no,
an
no.
enterprise in prison.
Well,
from prison rather.
what kind of happened then with this prison situation? So he got sent to prison, and then and one of the other big gangs in Mexico at the time had died. So he was like, "This is my time to shine," and they organised his boys to dig a tunnel, bought a property not too far away, and they got built tunnel out with a motorbike, and then escaped that way. This is the first time. Anyway, see you later. He then teams up with the army.
Can I just stop you there?
Yeah.
These fellas bought a house,
Not too far away, like not far.
dug a fucking tunnel that you could get a motorbike down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's mental because I've seen the pictures of it as well. Include the picture of the guy here as well as of El Chapo, so you get to see what he's like. So yeah, but he's all his family was like near in his house helping him get through it all and everything like that. So it was just fucking mental. No shit, I got it wrong. That was the second time he escaped. We'll come back to that. The first time he escaped, he bribed the police officers to put him in a laundry basket, put him in the back of the car, and then was like, "See you later, I'm out of here." So that's the first time he escaped. So he had so much money, he just paid them
Bulletproof
off.
plan.
Yeah. He got
How
out.
the fuck did he get away with that?
And then then after he escaped, obviously, then he started to pay the army and that lot to deal with the territories and everything else. And he was like, "I can help you guys," a bit like Pablo Escobar, and ended up doing some madness shit. Like there was a good couple of thousand people that died from this, just from all the gang wars in Mexico. You got to think this is not like ages ago.
So they had more advanced guns. And
Yeah,
shit like that.
yeah. So 160 had died in this territory army fight thing that had happened, and then he become a top supplier by all his tunnels and everything else like that, and then made Forbes lists of the top billionaires in the world.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
From selling drugs. And they knew he was selling it.
Well, he's fucking mental.
Do you know what number he was?
No, I don't know what number it was. It was mental. And then he also had, obviously the second time he got arrested, so they built it. It was a high security prison with the house and everything. So how they got to where he was they smuggled in a GPS watch.
Yeah.
And from the GPS watch,
They could work out
where he was.
that he was.
So
That is fucking gold, bro.
Yeah, and
how
then
the fuck did they think of that?
it gets better because their other cellmates were complaining, saying that they could hear loud noise throughout the night and everything.
Yeah.
And it was the knocking, but the security guards and everything said they couldn't hear nothing. Didn't even, yeah, that was exactly that.
All
yeah,
on the payroll,
100%.
brother.
So he gets out,
Right.
obviously goes and everything. So a couple of months later, no one was heard from him. He's lost. He's escaped. His son tweets on X saying, "All safe in Costa Rica, and I'm with him."
Fucking idiot.
No, he doesn't get caught there. He's fine. It's not actually a problem. They had a holiday.
How brazen is that?
Yeah, and then he come back because they said about doing a movie, and he wanted to be famous for Netflix. So he come back from Costa Rica,
Idiot,
back to Mexico, and then this out, and also with the prison guards in the
Chatham prison.
Yeah, 4 of them got the sack.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know, but they only got the sack and nothing else. So with the guys that built the tunnel with his family and everything, while he knew he was getting chased the first time, he had sent his best men who builds tunnels. He sent them to Germany to learn how to make tunnels better and everything. And these tunnels cost millions to
So
make.
what you're saying is he literally sent his guys to become proper engineers for drug smuggling and getting him out of prison.
Yeah, exactly that. That's like literally much his whole story is just him being on a run and just done some madness, mate. Absolute madness.
That's just like some James Bond shit. That's outrageous, isn't it? I just think about that. You've got so much money. You're like, right, I really need to get out of here. You don't know fuck all about building tunnels, but I know that there's a guy in Germany who will teach you how to do it. I'm sending you there.
Well, the last time they got caught by the police, they was chased. And then I didn't have a car or anything, so they just pulled a gun on someone. Was like, "Give me your car. I need it to get out of here." So in a police chase, the car broke down.
Fucking hell.
So they're not getting caught on a motorway with a broken down car because they couldn't get nowhere.
Fucking idiot. That sounds like some Trevor Phillips shit. That.
Oh yeah. And the the CCTV of him in the cell, like escaping, you'll see him go down into the shower bit and then just disappear.
Never come back.
No. And it's like, I looked at the tunnel and it was booky. Madness.
The proper engineers. My man's disappeared through the shower.
Yeah,
like
gone.
David Blaine. Bro.
Yeah, and he's
right?
gone. Right, no more to say. Say it, and I say they all went tits up from there. So my question for you was, you've got
that
a team of specialists, but you're in the Isle of Sheppey, boy, right?
Well, I ain't going by water, I'll tell you that, because I'll either end up in fucking France or I'll be walking across that bog and I'll get stuck, right?
Oh, bogging.
Bogging.
What is there, like, I haven't seen that guy for ages, actually.
I don't know who you're talking about.
Have you not seen the bogging guy?
No.
Oh, my God.
What's the bogging guy? What does he do?
He goes bogging.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
Oh my God, I've got to send you after.
No, can you just tell me? Tell the people, they don't know.
Everyone will know this.
Bruv, no one knows what you're talking about.
Okay.
No, you don't need your phone. He's probably nicked it. No. Right?
I will show you the bogging guy and I'll pull it in.
Right, he's going to put the bogging guy here. All I'm going to say is, I'm on the Isle of Sheppey. Yeah. Someone has got to break me out, right? So, but I don't know how the first thing about getting out of prison. Someone's got to fly like a car-sized drone.
Money's not a problem, right?
All right.
This guy.
The word bog itself comes from the Old English term boggart, which means...
Bruv. Right, guys, he's rudely interrupted again. You're going to see this weird 5 minutes of us.
Soft, and you can see what they mean. This bog is very soft indeed. If you're in here too long, you'll become part of the bog, and nobody wants that unless you want to be a bog body, which I don't know if you've seen them. They're quite ugly. Now, basically, did you know that 17% of Ireland is covered in bog? You lug.
I'll send you this over. I'll put this in the clip on here as well.
Right, guys.
You need to watch the bogging guy.
Can I just promise you something, Bodhi? No one has ever seen that guy.
Everyone's seen the bogging guy.
Anyway,
right. I'll put a vote on this.
What?
I'll put a vote on this. Have you seen the bogging guy?
Are you putting this on like Spotify, YouTube,
I'll do it on the Spotify, and I'll also put it on Instagram if anyone's seen the bogging guy.
All right, guys, if you want to be lame, right, and back Bodhi, then say yes. If you want to tell the truth, say no, because no one has ever heard of that guy.
Right.
So anyway, I'm breaking out of prison. I've got unlimited money.
Isle of Sheppey.
On Sheppey.
Yeah.
Right, I'm paying all you inbreds on Sheppey, right? I'll give you £1,000 each to all just cause a massive commotion around the walls to the point where the walls fall down, right? And then my man's going to turn up in a fucking drift car, go on the front door. I'm like...
Wait, how have you even got to this point?
Bruv, the walls are down.
Okay.
Right? So I'm out. I'm like this. Right? I don't know where the fuck I'm going, right? I'm just jumping in this random car.
Yeah.
I say, I'll give you whatever money you want. Just get me the fuck out of here. We're going across the bridge. It's like, the bridge is coming up like this. Dukes of Hazzard, like, right? I'm out of there. I ain't going to see family, right? Because that's the first place they're going to look, right?
True.
I ain't coming back to Tunbridge.
How are you going to get out of the country?
Oi, they're going to smuggle me out of the country in a suitcase, right? Hard shell suitcase. I reckon I could last in an aeroplane.
You're too big, geezer.
No. Who you talking to,
You're
bruv?
6 foot, bruv.
Hey,
There ain't.
Hey, I've been doing tiling this weekend. My back's fucked. I can get in a suitcase, all right?
Folds you up like a pretzel.
Yeah, I'm getting a short haul flight, right? So then I ain't got to be in the hole for too long. It's going to be a bit boring, a bit cramped.
Yeah.
And I'm going to sun it up in the Costa del Sol.
Yeah?
Yeah.
With Tina, is she going to come and see you?
Fuck that, I can't contact her, can I? They're gonna tap her phone
Do
and
like
everything.
Morse code and everything like that.
It's like, George is safe in the Costa del Sol. We're going to get him. But, bruv, money might not be an object. But unless I do like Face Off, like they do with John Travolta and Nicolas Cage in that film. Face Off, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You're going to get caught, bruv. Or you've got to make your way to Thailand and disappear or something like that.
The difference is with like them and us is that they have got millions and millions of pounds.
Yeah, but they also live in a fucking huge country where you go across the state line and then that set of coppers are like, that's not my jurisdiction.
Oh, this is like the English version. With even if you reckon with their amount of money, billions, because you made it into Forbes billionaires.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you still couldn't pay off people? And
well, if you were a billionaire, you'd have your own island, right? So if you could get there, and surely you're allowed to defend your own island.
I mean,
my man's gunning people down with a minigun.
No, you can't.
Why?
Because if it's part of this island's part of the UK.
No, it ain't. It's private.
How you get into this island? Oh, you got all this money. You prefer you get a private jet. See how they.
Bruv, I'm so rich. I can pay for superpowers so I can walk on water.
Fuck off.
Bruv, how the fuck are you getting out of there? You ain't fitting through no fucking hole, bruv.
I will come back to this later on because I've got another set of questions. I wanted to get your opinion on this one first.
Yeah.
You
Well,
all right?
El Chapo, mate. I don't know how you thought up, mate, to get out of there.
It's
I wouldn't be paying
brilliant.
no engineers, put it that way.
Well, the engineers got him out, so some of it obviously worked. They was grafters, mate.
Yeah, but you need some people on the outside with cars that don't break down.
No,
innit?
yeah, no, that was later on. That's when they was in the heist. So yeah, that is El Chapo's.
One thing I was going to say,
Yeah.
this guy, I think he used to keep wild cats as pets because I watched like, you know, Tiger King, yeah?
Yeah,
Like, do you watch porn?
I do. But
Yeah.
I don't know what.
Do you watch the one with the little dick or the big dick?
Why has this got a reference of anything?
Tiger King.
I've never watched Tiger King.
Well, good, because Tiger King doesn't exist.
You asked me, did I?
He basically says to this guy who he ends up marrying,
Yeah.
right, who's like a young guy,
Yeah.
he's like, do you watch porn? Because this guy's not gay. He goes, do you watch porn? And he goes, yeah. And he goes, well, do you watch the porn with the little dicks or the big dicks? And he's like, well, the big one, obviously. He goes, there's a little bit of gay in you there. And he gets him. He's like, anyway, right. So
What's
there's
that
like
got to do with this?
there's a spin-off series of Tiger King where they go and talk to different people that have the big cat sanctuaries and that.
Right.
And one guy looks after, I'm pretty sure it's El Chapo's collection of exotic animals.
I wouldn't be surprised. Well, in
He's
Mexico.
got like tigers. No, he's got a place in America.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just
okay.
got tigers, jaguars, things like that, all living in this like sanctuary, but it's actually his house.
We've
His
got
wife
billions
had
of pounds.
his wife's got like wardrobes of baby clothes because she keeps monkeys and shit like that. Like, it's fucking odd, mate.
Mate, that is one animal. Like, I think the idea of it would be cool.
What,
for
like Bubbles the chimpanzee?
For 5 minutes, it'd be cool. And
And then you're like, for fuck's
and
sake,
you-
this monkey won't
Where's
leave
the
alone.
fucking? Oh, it's on the fucking roof. Oh shit! And the thing is, they put on my nappies and shit like that.
Yeah, mate, it's weird.
Nah,
that.
mate. But the thing is that that's another thing. Actually,
You're humanising an animal that would bite your finger off.
will fucking kill you.
Oh, yeah, they'll fucking kill you in sleep.
Nasty fuckers they can be.
Mate, they're just...
one family versus one chimpanzee.
The chimpanzee would eat 'em, bruv.
Easy.
Eat 'em.
Yeah. But that was the original boss lord, gang lord, drug lord. So I have also got obviously
You've got the OG.
the OG that everyone knows about.
My man, Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. So obviously Colombian between 1970s and 1990s. It was also quite recent. I didn't realise it was that recent, to be
Bruv,
honest
that's
with
like
you.
50 years ago.
No, but the 1990s bit is
Yeah,
not.
the fact that he lasted for 20 years, mate.
Yeah, well, his end story is sick, by the way.
Then he died in like
By
a
far.
shootout.
I will tell you, yeah, we'll come to this in a minute, but it is unreal, right? So, claim to fame, obviously, pretty much took over Colombia and done 80% of the cocaine trade in the world. £30 billion at peak, mate. Do you know how insane that is?
Bruv, did you know he had so much money once that he used to burn wads of cash to keep his daughter warm.
So Benji was telling me this.
That's outrageous.
Yeah. What is mental? Like his profits were like a day was like £1 million or something from trades.
Outrageous.
So yeah, it is.
I'd like to be a pound behind him, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
No, I wouldn't, mate. He was ruthless, absolutely ruthless as a kid growing up.
You're gonna be like, put yourself in his shoes.
Yeah.
Would you do it? You're a millionaire. You're on the run a lot. You get to gun people down. You smuggle drugs. You get girls. You build up communities. You keep wild animals, bruv.
For me, he was like the real Robin Hood.
Yeah, he is the Robin. Yeah. Steal from the rich and give to the poor.
So I've got too much of a gift. Like, even if you took me to my bare bones, I'll still think the most vital thing, or my most like.
The most precious thing is life.
I'll say one of my attributes, or like something like that. I don't know what I'm looking for, but like my core.
You're empathetic.
Yeah, it's like nice, kind, and not just like feel for other people. It's more than anything.
You're a kind soul.
So for this situation, he was just a straight up murderer, like from the beginning.
A ruthless killer.
Yeah, he was just done. For the other one girl I was going to bring up was the Black Widow. I forgot her name. She did her first murder, ransom, as 11 years old. Yeah. So she was like, I have never thought, I might have got like a sick 360 top scope of the Rust, and that's about it. I ain't doing nothing in real life. So yeah, there's not a chance.
I told you this before. Circumstances, isn't it? It's got to be circumstances.
So let's go a bit more into Pablo then. We got some cool things. So we had a private zoo with hippos that is still in a wild in Colombia today, and they are called cocaine hippos.
Are they?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I thought he hid the drugs in the hippos, but he didn't.
It's drug money, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you know that is the reason why there's hippos in Colombia. It's because he had them and they just started breeding.
So they killed all the other animals. No, they didn't. They got rid of all the other animals.
That's just a nice way of saying killed.
No. They actually they might have done. Like they might have done. But they put the hippos escaped.
Yeah.
And now they have their own like
national park.
No. They
Sanctuary,
just live out there now. They wasn't in Colombia originally, and then
they must be inbred as fuck.
Yeah, 100%.
Like if he only had like 2 or 3, that gene pool is small.
Oh,
they're rabid.
Yeah. So in the zoo, he had elephants, giraffes, hippos. Yeah, and all the other zoos, all the other animals was moved to other zoos apart from the hippos because they all escaped. So I'm going to now do some other bits that I saw of him. So when he started out, he was a kid, become like a freedom fighter.
Yeah.
And they used to throw stones at the police and stuff like that as the thing, because it was corrupted in Colombia back then. And then once he had done that, he then quit school and was like, I need to do something. Started selling bikes, and his bike, I'm going to put his bike, a picture of him now, a couple of seconds, and then I'll do a picture here of his bike. And
Is it him with his tash? And then,
yeah, and his bike was sick as well, bruv. And he was just like, oh, it's earning me money, but it's not earning me enough money. I want to do more. Started stealing parts for bikes and then fixing them.
Slippery slope, mate.
And then it went from stealing parts to
smuggling stuff. No,
mugging people for parts and everything like this. And then he went to realize that the more money he can earn, the most money he can earn is either being like threatening towards someone, and they will give it to him for free and he sells it on. But just before he did that, he was a little bit smart with it. Him and his cousin or brother, I can't remember now. He went to Rando Garage. His mate works there. And his mate would tell him where these cars are, give him the second key for the cars, and he'd just go and rob all these cars.
My God.
Yeah.
What a hero.
Yeah. So he was really good at fucking being like a badass as well as.
I don't really know much about Pablo, right? Other than a few like choice facts. But the meme that they made of him from the Netflix
TV
series
show,
where he's sitting on his own and that's me, bruv. It's like when your mate's coming to get you at 3, it's like 2 o'clock and you're sitting there like this, all dressed up. Or you're waiting to go out and you're waiting for the clock to hit 10.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, there's one of them in the swing on the swimming pool and everything like there is.
But that's because when he got locked up in a private prison.
Yeah, so the
prison. And he basically had this place built for him. And it's just like he had his own fucking villa. with tennis courts and all this other shit.
It had jacuzzis, tennis courts, and football pitch. So he loved football, more than anything. His biggest passion was football, and so he built like houses for all the like Colombian people who couldn't afford anything like that. So like in Colombia, especially, he becomes seen like as Robin Hood pretty much.
Yeah.
Like he was going to take down all these judges.
He didn't he apply like he wanted to be like the mayor of the town.
No, he come So he
was he the mayor of the town?
We'll come to this in a minute because is the man.
So he
change.
was pouring shitloads of money into the community, building schools, houses, things like that, wasn't he?
So where he had earned so much from the drug trade, he had managed to give the money to the banks, and then the banks had become so wealthy because of it.
They're basically washing his money for him.
Yeah, like he just got so much money. So he become a race car driver as well as.
Yeah.
And then and for all the other teams, there was like, you know, you've got to be careful because people are going to steal your car and all this kind of lot. Like they moved to do the protection. So he was also race driving and doing the protections for them as well as. And then if they didn't agree to doing it, then
they'd rob their car, bang, skid.
Yeah, basically, get a pop a cap in your ass kind of thing.
What a beast.
So he married. This is one of the stories I didn't know. He was 26 and he married a 15-year-old wife.
Nonsense.
Yeah.
There's always a negative.
But he had a lot of dollar. He was
why was he on the old 15-year-old? Dirty bastard.
He had lots of other girls that he used to apparently spend
why did he ring that one then?
I
bet he went younger.
Yeah, probably.
Dirty bastard. El Chapo, you beat him in this competition. All right.
Had a fleet of aeroplanes. And then once he started getting caught with things and everything, he kept paying off the judges.
Yeah.
And this one judge was like, I
can't be bought.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. And then he found out that the judge's brother was a lawyer and they hated each other. So he brought him in. And because the judge knew who the lawyer was, he had to back away, where the other judge that come in.
Hang up, boy. What a hero.
So like, this is madness, absolute madness. So he doubled all the banks in Colombia of their money. So had all of the police on his side because he was paying pretty much the whole of the police at this point.
Oh yeah, he's paying them. He's pouring money into the community. Like he's become a figure of the poor people.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, and well, if you run the town, the police can't do nothing about it, can they? Especially when he's funding them. Because I did see that. Didn't he fund a lot of police activity?
Pretty much everyone in Colombia, he pretty much funded by this
fucking
point.
Hero, man.
So he also, like I said earlier on, he used to love football or soccer, they would say. He used to built his own football pitch on his massive villa he's got on, and he used to get professional commentators to talk over him like playing games with his mates. Like, that's a flex.
That is like, I've got loads of money, let's do something funny, isn't it? It's something here like Kamara, what's his name? Fucking Chris Kamara. He's come round and just commentate on me playing fucking Xbox. Isn't it? Like,
he goes for goal. Yeah, mate.
Has he? I don't know.
So he said he'd always. So then he started. Obviously, got into a bit of a change because it started getting more aggressive and a lot more killings and everything. And he always, like, said he'd never done these horrible things. He just said he's a freedom fighter. I've done nothing else but these people say that I've done kind of thing. Yeah, it was like full of fucking shit.
Loose lips sink ships, brother.
Yeah, definitely. So
he knows.
So he made Congress. So this is like further on.
Yeah, that means he's like running for governor and shit. Yeah.
So if you run this and you win it, you get immunity from any laws. Yeah. How smart is that?
So let me guess, they were like, we got to fucking end it now.
So he won it. Yeah, he won it. And then they did like a communal one with all the Congresses together. And one man just calls him out, bruv. Like instantly calls him out. So
hey.
Yeah. So
my man's dead in a week.
He does die. Yeah. So the guy calls him out, and then the lawyer, Pablo's lawyer, was like, right, bring some proof, and then if not, you're going to go to prison or we're going to fine you and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
2 days later, newspapers know everything about it. Week later, the guy's gone. See you later, dead. So yeah, so by this point, it all pretty much going downhill. But in all this time, he had his own guerrilla group that were called
The Medellin Cartel?
Yep.
Medellin? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically his cartel.
Yeah. But I'm going to tell you the last bit of the story, so I'm going about too much about this, but what's really cool. Let's go on to his death.
Right.
So there was a group that was like the Pablo something. Basically, all the people that have been killed by Pablo or the families and stuff have grouped together and made this guerrilla group. And it was like the final fight off they had. And
it's a big showdown.
Yeah. And so they went into, it was him and his brother went into his flat. So they were surrounded and they got onto the rooftops. No, it wasn't his brother. It was his best man. Like, he's ride or die.
His brother,
Yeah. So his ride and die gets shot in the head. And then the other guy, then they shoot him. And they said, they put like something out, we've done it, Viva something, Pablo's dead. But there's no one in Colombia who actually believes that story because his wife had come out and said if it was ever a time that he would get killed or anything like that, he'd put a bullet in his head. So like the myth
They're
is
saying he done himself because it's...
Well, no. They're saying that they did it and people believe that he would have...
He actually survived.
Yeah. No. He just shot himself. Yeah. Instead of claiming actually that you've won it. So yeah, two very, very good stories there. I'm not into this stuff.
Aye. He is the man.
He is.
Other than fucking that young girl, which is weird as fuck. Like, he's just done everything that a little boy would think. I need to do this because, well, they need money. We got money. We don't need money. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, you need a school? Yeah, you can have a school.
He'd so for the community, he had done so much. It was like ridiculous amounts he has done. Like I say, he was smart with it. Him being in Congress, getting immunity from any law, like it's just such a smart play. You can't ever go.
Oh, he's clever.
Yeah,
fucking clever. But did he? Like you said, the police were on a payroll and that.
Yeah,
I thought that he died in a shootout.
No, that's
like
did
with the police though.
No, not with the police. It was the rebellion of Paolo. I forgot the name. I've got it written down somewhere.
Hey, I'll tell you what. That sounds like Star Wars.
Fuck off. Fuck off with your fucking Star Wars, you fucking div.
No, he had the Empire and the rebellion was trying to get him. But I think that's pretty blanket names for some shit. Yeah, nice story, man. Right.
So
hit me with the next question.
So I've got questions in general now. So this is not to do with Paolo. This is us in general. So first question is, what would be your nickname if you was...
Hey, I thought about this.
Go on.
You're going to be like, so bent.
Okay, here we go.
I'm going to be called The Cooper, right? Because I smuggled drugs and people in barrels, right? Barrels used to be... do you know where the Cooper comes from? So a Cooper used to make barrels. Oh, no, back to the roots here. But my man's a drug lord, yeah?
Yeah.
And people hear that name and they tremor.
Right, yeah. So you're going with...
The Cooper.
The Cooper,
like,
okay.
Oh, shit, the Cooper's here.
So I went with B&B.
Yeah, Big Mike Benny. Yeah, I like it. My guy.
I thought, and I was just like, yeah, Big Mike Benny's just going to have to stick. Then the next question is, what was your backstory to get into this world?
It'd have to be like, I've been wronged in the past.
Yeah.
I needed money to get out of that situation, so I started shotting a few bags. And then it was like, why the fuck am I doing this for that prick? Blah, blah, blah. Built my way up. But I did it smart.
Okay.
You know? And that people are scared of the Cooper because they don't know when he's going to fucking get you, mate. Like, I'll be robbing people and then be like, I don't even like drugs. I don't even like drugs. And I know that my man needs some drugs because he's clucking and I need some work. So then he comes work for me and then it just... And I've got a network of crackheads, mate, that do my bidding. And if you wrong me, you're getting bummed by a crackhead. Mate, right? I've watched a lot of gang shit.
Yeah.
The worst thing that a gangster could do to you is have a man rape you. But that thing... Like
it's like holding pockets.
Yeah, you become untouchable, mate. Because people don't want that. People would rather die. Mate. The Cooper's coming. Okay, guys. So as you will probably have just seen, we've had a bit of a hard cut. The lighting's changed. We had a boo boo. The camera wasn't on charge and it died. But we was just talking about
my side of
your
my
side
backstory
of being BMB, the Dynamite
so
MC.
my horror story of growing up and being a kid. I was a young age, brought up on games. I was probably about 10, 11 years old at the time.
You've been playing Manhunt on the Wii.
No, yeah. And my family at the time had thought, he's playing too much games, too much GTAs and stuff like that. Let's take away all his consoles away from him. And this sent me onto a downward spiral that I always go around to all these kids' houses and everything like that and pretend to be their friends. And then instead of robbing the consoles, I used to take them and smash them up. So I had this like graveyard of consoles with all these kids, but no one knew it was me pretty much.
You just start rage quitting
Yeah.
in real life.
And I started pissing them off everyone. But I was still brokenhearted that my family
Let you down.
Yeah, and took everything away from me. So that was like my harsh killer story that was fuck these guys. If they don't love me, no one will love me. And I thought from that day forward, I'm going to fuck everyone up.
Yeah, but you're supposed to be a drug lord.
No, that's my backstory. That's how I'm getting there, bruv. Don't worry about that.
Okay. Okay.
So then,
What would you do?
to get
You
people to scare you, to be like, so your first thing to scare people of like used to come up
fucking
in the
hell, he's
world.
double hard.
Yeah.
Being beast coming.
Yeah. I thought about this and I couldn't come up with anything. I ain't gonna lie.
You're too lovable, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is.
I thought the normal one is to give it a little couple of see you later.
You're not like unaliving people, yeah.
Yeah, but like, I feel like this day and age, if you did a couple of them, you ain't gonna get away with it.
Yeah, but that is your art, bruv. You're like, I got away with it. I'm selling drugs. I'm juking a man.
Yeah.
No one knows it's me because it's the same principle as smashing up the consoles.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I want to become like a
Kingpin. Literally the Kingpin from fucking Marvel. He's
No,
this big
Batman.
geezer. There's two Kingpins, bruv. There actually is. I just put two and two together. He's in Spider-Man as well.
yeah.
You're on about the Penguin, you knob.
Oh. You said Kingpin
is the big bald guy. Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That one?
And Penguin is the big guy from
Yeah.
DC. And I want to be him.
Penguin.
Penguin,
the bad
he's
man.
naughty.
He's been wronged,
yeah,
bruv. Him.
yeah. He's a naughty geezer.
All right. So you started small. People were scared of you because you've got this big presence and no one fucks with B&B.
Yeah, right. I feel like I'll have to
I think we're building the ultimate drug lord right now.
But even then, I feel like I don't know what crime I would do.
You're a drug lord, bruv. You sell drugs.
Yeah.
That's your crime.
But that doesn't scare people.
Yeah, but they know that if you're selling that much, you're moving that much product. Man's packing.
I feel like as soon as you've got enough money to...
Do you reckon you get girls or do you get like crackhead girls? Because you're a drug lord. Do they get like mad women?
No, but
Is that just because they're rich?
Yeah, rich money, innit? Any girl you go to, I'm taking you on a yacht today.
Super yacht. Don't
Yeah.
ask how it is. I own a super yacht.
Yeah, and I've got a
Yeah, but
fleet
you
of
just live in a
planes.
council house in Tunbridge. Like, shut up, bitch. Bring your mate.
How are you going to be setting the
I told you,
standard?
bruv. I start small, selling little bags, robbing people. And then people hear like, oh no, he might rob me. It's a 50-50 chance, man.
Right.
And then like first time someone tries giving it back, mate, dead in the barrel.
See you later.
And then we start
So
small.
you've got good people in the barrel you're trying to save, and you've also got the bad people
Yeah,
in the
you,
barrel.
you never know. You're going to get lucky dip, bruv. It's like this.
Yeah.
This one's dead.
Okay, then.
Yeah, go on.
So, if you're making your own guerrilla group / army, military army, what are you making?
I just send you off. They're going to be cool. Hey, they're so elusive.
Yeah.
No one knows who they are.
No one. Okay.
Hey, there is no name
Like
for them.
MI5 kind of.
Nah, everyone knows about MI5. Come on.
Even more secret than them.
Hey, We're everywhere but nowhere.
Such a cop out. Such a cop out.
Hey, what's yours then, bro?
Right. So mine
fat
are
guys.
Yeah. All fat guys with glasses. You haven't got any. If you're not a fat guy, you don't wear glasses. You can't make the group, unfortunately.
It's not a board band, bro.
No. But we're gonna be like all look alike. Do you know there's that group or that all look like Adam Sandler?
You, Benny Christie.
There's a lot of
the
fat
guy
guys.
in Balaraki. There's fucking hundreds of you, bro.
Exactly. So this is what I'm saying. I'm setting up a group, and this way we can do things and get away with it and be like,
it wasn't me.
Which one of us? There's loads of us, all right?
Like, right, we're getting you all. And then it'd be like, Benny Christie in the corner's like, it was me. Save the kingpin. It was me.
But I thought, what would our getaway vehicle be? This wasn't on it. So when I've come up with
fucking hell, you're going to need a school bus, bro.
No, exactly. There ain't no fast about us, is there? That's why I thought the disguise thing, because it's going to be like, well, there's loads of us all look the same there.
There's 100 Bodhies on a bus.
Which one then, bruv? Which one are you going to say it is?
Right, I saw that and I just thought of the Family Guy episode with the fat guy strangler.
Oh, yeah.
And, it's killing everyone.
Right, so the next one is, how do you smuggle drugs across the world? So I feel like I've smart this.
Come on, mine's pretty basic.
Okay, so my drug
of choice.
No, I'm not going to say it in a minute. Just how I'm going to get it spread. So,
is this our drug?
Yeah, no,
the made up one, or
yeah, our drug, but not. How are you going to get it spread across the world? For me, either I've got some connections all over the world, obviously limited supply and that. They're either going to be 3D printed, all done on 3D printers.
I was going to say like digital drugs.
But you
could literally send a design to a remote 3D printer that makes the drugs.
And it was like all chemicals that you could get, basically.
That's so clever.
So then, but obviously there's only certain, no one knows about this apart from if you're a fat guy with glasses.
Mate, so everyone knows about it because there's fucking hundreds of you.
But we're in a special group, bruv, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, we've all got matching watches.
Yeah. And then from there, just as much as you want. Just because you can just keep printing
You're
it.
like, you give me a percentage.
Yeah. I'm done. The other one was a bit ninky. It was like Pokemon cards.
That you can lick.
Yeah, get the highs of each different one.
So my drug, my made up drug, it was a bit of it doesn't really go with my drug lord.
No.
But
you've got to say how you're getting it around the world. Do you not know how you're getting
in barrels, bro?
Hey, right,
I'm smuggling people, drugs, and dead people.
Fuck me, you're sticking with this, aren't you?
Hey, if I'm honest with you, the dark web. It's smart. It's proved. It's tested.
The postman is the best drug dealer there is.
Yeah, man.
Easy way.
Hey, I know people that get drugs delivered to their houses legally.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Like eventually.
It's different if you're doing it over. I don't know why I know this, but it's different if you're doing it internationally because obviously it gets checked. But normally, if it's like local stuff, there is they do some checks, but 9 times.
Yeah, when your envelope is ponging of weed, bruv, they're gonna be. If your postman buns a zoot every now and again, he'd be like, "I'm keeping that."
Well, how are you going to get what if you earn £10 million, right, in like a year? What is your less than that? What is your stupid purchase?
Right, 1 week you just absolutely smashed the profit.
1 week you done 10 mil.
10 mil.
I've already thought of mine.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's how people get caught. Have you never seen Goodfellas?
Yeah, no, I haven't seen Goodfellas actually.
They do a big deal.
Yeah,
and he's like, no one go out and spend any money.
Yeah,
not any money whatsoever yet. Blah blah blah. And then they all start rocking up to the bar. And my man's wife has got a big pink fluffy coat and has just got out of a brand new pink Cadillac. And he's like fucking ripping the coat off the woman and stuff. Mate, that's how people start getting caught. And then they're one by one, they all start getting pinged.
And when people know you've got money, then you become a wanted person. Not just by the police, but by other
people
criminals.
want you and want to be.
Well, I've kept it safe.
Go on. I need a bit of.
I'm opening up a new Hugh Hefner, basically, I'm going to be, but for the goth mummies. But to make it look like a legitimate business with a little bit of laundering, there's 2 ways I'm going to launder, but I'm going to do a goth mummies McDonald's only. So you go in there.
Cash only.
You cash only.
And then you just start, fat girl goth mummies, they're like in full.
Don't get me wrong, I feel like it's going to be a killer. It's a trend. It's going to die off, but if you earn enough money to come to my restaurant that is Goth Mummies McDonald's.
I don't know how you'd wash money. Like, if I'm honest with you, it's quite difficult, isn't it? Unless you set up companies and pay different people X amount of money to, like, it doesn't really work.
What are you talking about? Look at all the Turkish barbers, mate. They've all just gone down the Swan.
Yeah, I know. No one
Files
actually.
you know safe.
Oi, they take card.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, yeah, business where you say you take cash, you could be the quietest business, but on paper you are booming.
Yeah. So I thought of an idea.
Yeah, go on.
How we're going to launder money.
Yeah, come on.
We start a podcast called The Waffling Sticks.
Yeah.
And we just get paid by fake advertisements.
Be like, yeah, we only. Yeah, the thing is, all our customers only pay us cash, and we've got this lucrative fee, but they never ever turn it down. It's like Viagra that does the opposite of Viagra, and it's like, yeah, they give us £10,000 a month.
So
it's unbelievable.
What was that old fake ads that we done? Do you remember any of them?
Blue Chew. No, that was the real ad, bruv, that.
We did.
The Rent a Boyfriend.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You need a man to come and cut your grass, do your oil change, and give you the service. Call 0800 BODHI.
How do you think we afforded these Elgato mic arms? That was one thing I did see from my upgrade from the old ones.
I see one of the old ones the other day, mate.
Battered.
That's flimsy as fuck. All I know is, right, we'd be washing money. With, like, literally, if you offer a service, a cleaning service,
Yeah.
and then you just have 5 different customers
As long as
and
you've
get
got
people
cash
to
involved,
pay you
though.
in, you just keep going and depositing money. It's easy.
Mm.
You employ my nan who's been retired for 40 years, my granddad who's been retired for 40 years. Like, you just employ all these people, and like you've got outgoing, so you dodge a bit of tax that way.
Well, do you remember like all the uni kids getting into trouble?
Why?
Because they're like all the drug dealers in the area and everything will go to the uni kids because they know they're broke, don't really care. Is that they would give them a load of cash, they'd put it into the bank and then
Send it to me.
Yeah, because it's still laundering the money pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Like, it's still, but yeah, there is that side of it as well as, and then.
Well, wait a minute. My big purchase.
Oh yeah, your big purchase.
I'd buy a decent property, and then it'd be big enough that I say I've got a barn for building cars, and then like my operation will be.
That's the headquarters for it all. Well, you having headquarters on site,
bruv. Underground,
it doesn't
overground,
matter,
bruv. We're 3D printing drugs, man. It doesn't matter where
you're.
you're.
No, we're not. You're not getting my idea, right?
Mate, I can put some weight on. Hey, I'm in.
Right. So the last question about all this,
hit me.
What is your drug you're creating / name / your pros and your cons of your drug?
So I come up with this drug.
Hope we've not gone really similar, but gone.
No, mine is mushroom-based product.
Oh.
Right, because even the vegans can take it, right?
Making sure you can hit every target audience.
Hitting the target audience. If you're a bit weird and you don't eat meat or eggs, this is for you, right? This drug, a bit like Limitless, because we spoke about this. So hear me out.
I've done the same thing.
There's
then.
a caveat, bro.
Okay.
So you're taking this vegan-friendly drug.
Yeah.
You hyper-focus on a task.
Yeah.
Right? So say it's like, I need to build this house. You take X amount of it.
Yeah.
You're charged up. You are the most intelligent version that you can be.
Okay.
Right. But the crash is, when you crash, you lose IQ every time.
Right.
But for like a period of time after as you crash, it lasts fucking long time. You're almost like, you can barely even wipe your own ass. Like, you're that like
done.
IQ done.
Right. Okay.
Right? Hear me out. But the target audience for it is obviously tradies. You want to be the best you can be. You'd be like, I'm going to get this. We are going to build you the property that you want. We're a bit dearer. We take half the time. Yeah. We are super intelligent. And then they all smash this drug, blah, blah, blah. But then they can't work for 3 months because they're fucked. Like,
how long's the come down on it?
Like, month.
So you're like...
You're like almost, you're in like a vegetated childlike state for a month after taking it. But you dose yourself right up. You could last weeks at a time. Right? And it's vegan friendly.
Okay. Right. Well, you're gonna have to join partners with me.
Hey, fuck off.
No, because
I can't be a fat guy with glasses, so you can't have in on mine.
So I come up with a name.
Yeah.
Focus Soul.
Anusol.
No, Focus Soul. like, don't get me wrong with the Anusol, but Focus Soul. So
I found your source material.
Zero
sugar.
No. No, we're fat boys. We need that sugar up. Zero procrastination.
Procrastination.
Yeah, so you don't ever get. So it is like the hyper focus thing. Instant emotional control. I wanted to add this bit because it was. I wanted it to be like a party thing as well as. So even though you had this like, no, like not getting distracted or anything like this, but because you can tune into your emotions,
you could be non-distracted, cut in shapes.
Yeah. Is that what I'm saying? Yeah. And then when you were time to be like normal, you can just bring it down a little bit. You can just like focus, like calm down now, and it just goes to your whole boom.
And then you're like, I need to fucking
give me more. Can gain access to old memories that you never completely forgotten about. So like when you're sitting in class and you're sitting there thinking about, I'm never going to use photosynthesis in my life, you know, you forget about it, all of a sudden, bam.
Like this. Photosynthesis is the conversion of sunlight into energy, blah, blah, blah.
Mine would be the wank bang. Oh. Peg me. Then I'd also got on there, never restless. But here's my cons, right?
Like when you get a bit antsy when you're coming down. Or something.
No, like you just want to be up doing stuff. So,
what's the downside?
Cons.
Fucking expensive.
Become a very obsessive. I've put
so, afterwards.
Yeah. So no. This is like. So let's say for example, I've taken it and I want to just tune in my emotions and I've turned it right down. I'm sitting on a chair, just chilling, kind of thing. But it's not that type of drug, unfortunately. So you will end up cleaning the toaster, cleaning the fucking stairs or something like that. It's something.
So you're saying this drug gives you ADHD, OCD?
Yeah. No, like you basically have got to be doing something and focusing on something, because if not,
you start crashing.
No, your brain just knows, it just gets you to do random shit. If not, we get like ADHD brain. We just like got to do this, got to do this, got to do this, got to do this. But if you can focus on one thing, if you the one thing in your mind you want to do, you'll get it done. So there is a downside to it. And then I said, talks 3 times the speed as normal.
You're fucked.
So everyone knows a baghead. Everyone knows they have a waffle.
Yeah.
So you know full well with this, it's going to be 3 times as faster. People are going to hate you if you're not on it with them.
If they're not on it with you.
Yeah. Then because obviously their brains can't. It's not like a drunk person, someone on the back.
Yeah.
You can't keep up with them.
Yeah.
So it's going to be even faster.
That.
Yeah.
I actually hate that.
And then my last one was the come down the last 5 days questioning the meaning of stairs.
Stairs.
Yeah, just stairs. Every time you come down, what's the point of stairs, bro?
For 3 days, 5 days. Fucking hell. Your cons, they seem quite bad, but they're not that bad.
No, well,
it sounds like it's worth it.
No, not that one. If you
the 5 day thing would put me right down. If you knew you had to focus on something, I'd take that.
Yeah, but once if you wanted to chill, all of a sudden
you can't just all of a sudden chill.
No, exactly.
Wait, you're in total control of your emotions, man.
Yeah. True, but once if you got to the stage where you was like, I'm
done.
Yeah, I want to just.
You burn.
Yeah.
You burn out.
Yeah. Want to watch some Netflix tonight? Yeah, of course I do. I mean, no. No, I can't.
What are you going to do? Hyper focus on fucking Narcos?
Would that technically work though? It wouldn't.
Nah. Because you're hyper focusing and you're just sitting there concentrating.
Zombing. Yeah. You're enjoying this, not really.
It's going in. I'll tell you that.
So mine comes in a blue crystal form that you can either put in a drink or wrap in a Rizzler and down the gully it goes.
You've done that a few times now.
For all my boys that are listening, you know about that one.
Yeah. The double drop's a killer, isn't it, bro?
And if you got sent to prison, oh no, we've done that one. Don't ignore that.
Yeah. All I can say is, bruv, I would like to be in the B&B.
You'd like to be in the B&B?
Yeah, because you got a bit more sussed, I think.
Yeah.
The 3D printed drugs is a fucking golden idea.
Yeah.
You could probably do that now. If you got the right materials laced with something, you could 3D print something.
It would depend on what chemicals it was. I feel like if it was chemicals that was open to everyone, like paracetamol, then yeah, realistically. But then would it not create a shortage? That's the problem with it.
Don't care. Hey, supply and demand. If it's down, money's up, bruv. Costs more.
That is true.
Well, all I can say is, bruv, we're about to go into Schedule 1.
Yeah.
I think I've sweated through my shorts.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
sweating.
I'm dying right now.
Patches.
Hey, I bet I fucking have.
No, you're good to go.
Hey, I can smell myself.
So,
So, you know, that obviously we're talking about drug lords, and when you're on it, you're a bit sweaty.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how I feel right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Sticky.
Sticky.
A bit like the disco.
Yeah. Hey, we like a bit of that. Oh, also, I've noticed I haven't dropped a C-bomb today.
Not yet. Do you want to do it
Not
now?
yet. Thanks, bro. You got paid. Right, so Schedule 1 is the game this week.
It is the game
It
this
was
week.
recommended by
Theo,
big up.
We kind of got stuck last week with games only on the fact that we're just busy in a minute.
We're very busy people at the moment, and finding a big game that is manageable for us in a 2-week period is. We had this before when we was doing weekly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we started off doing small games between the bigger games. But then almost I barely got time to play a little game at the moment.
Yeah.
So Schedule 1 was perfect, really, because it's built in a sandbox, isn't it?
Yeah,
And,
it's not something that I thought would interest me.
aye.
We'll get to the review in a minute. Yeah, but yeah.
So Schedule 1 is like a small team. Is it Australia? They're Australian developers,
Australian
aren't they?
team, only game they've made.
They only have ever made this game. And
TVGS.
Yeah.
Is the publisher.
oh, that's the publisher. Okay, so it was released on the 24th of March this year.
Yeah.
So really recent.
Yeah.
The art style,
I like it.
I like it. It goes with the game and the fucking twigginess of it.
I
you
feel
know.
like the art style reminds me of Bob's Burgers.
Yeah.
Or like some cartoon show.
That's because the shape of them is similar to Bob.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so this is quite a recent game, but for the art style, you would think it's probably not that new.
Mm.
But yeah, the gameplay loop, it sort of is quite current, isn't it? That kind of gameplay loop, I think.
It's a simulation game. So most simulation games are very close to this, I would say, with a bit more graphical detail. But
this is open beta, isn't it?
It's on the beta at the moment.
Yeah. So I imagine they'll polish it a little bit, but I don't think they need to.
I don't. So coming into the game, when the game looks like this, you don't expect the most from it.
And then it piques your expectations because it is the gameplay that sets it off. It's not the graphic
100%.
style or animation style.
And I feel like when we said about a couple of months ago about games moving to the point where they're getting the smaller details, like is where it's at now, and all
this has dropped all them graphical details for raw gameplay, isn't it?
Yeah.
And not raw gameplay as in like the depth of the game, as in like they've got the mechanic down to a T, or like the gameplay loop down to a T.
Yeah.
And it just hits them little endorphins, or it gets you. Fucking for me, I was like, "Fucking hell, I'm running out of this." So I've got to do this. And like you're on the spot like this, and yeah. But so right, it's PC only.
Story starts off with
there's a few nods right at the beginning.
Yeah, very first one you get the old
what? The ding 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 ding.
That guy from Breaking Bad and RV from Breaking Bad. You go into your first village. Setup was really difficult. I feel like I didn't know
what direction I was supposed to go.
No.
I went the right way, and then I thought, if it's not this way, I'm just going nowhere.
Yeah.
And then go for a tunnel, and then there's a village.
Yeah.
And then you do basically.
Collection.
So, but we ain't really told people what it is. So you grow drugs, you process it, put them in baggies and stuff, and then sell it.
Yeah.
Right? Via text message, believe it or not.
Yeah, all of
you
it.
set
Text
up
message.
your deals and that.
You get burner phones later.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Okay.
And then in the first town, did you get chased by the police?
No.
So in my head, I was like, So I'm just going to go and drop drugs off. This is a bit like...
Yeah.
You know what it actually reminded me of? Death Stranding, because you are delivering parcels in Death Stranding.
I've
It's
not
a
played
walking
it.
sim.
I've got it, but yeah.
But it's a long fucking game.
Yeah, fuck that.
Fucking hell. But yeah, so you're a drug dealer, small town. Anyway, you do the deal. I got chased by the police straight away because I found the police station. Then I found the house that I needed to find to sell the drugs.
Yeah.
But when I'd gone past the police station, they was like in pursuit of me to search me. And obviously I had drugs on me. So I'm like, oh, fuck, just get carry on running. I've run around, done a lap of the village and then dropped the drugs off and then got in the car and fucked
See you
off.
later. So
Yeah.
you didn't get caught
I didn't get caught.
Okay.
I haven't been caught yet. The only way
Have you
I
been
know
tasered?
how it searches is because I see it in the review video the other day.
Do you know how? Have you been tasered then?
No.
Oh, you haven't. Oh, okay. Well, you go. It's not a spoiler. You go back to the RV after doing like the tutorial, then all shit kicks off.
Yeah, you
escape
wake
in
up
the
and
RV.
the police are at your uncle's house.
Yeah,
and
he
then-
gets nicked up, and then you go to like the actual gameplay of the village. So I've got one hate of this game.
Can
that
I
I'm gonna
just
bring up
stop
straight
you?
away? Oh, go on.
When you go to the first town,
Yeah.
because you said you go, he's got all the police, you drive off in the RV.
Yeah.
That intro is the same sort of intro as GTA San Andreas.
Is it?
Yeah, did you not notice how, as soon as I saw it, I just knew.
Oh no, I didn't know that. I
Yeah,
didn't-
so the intro's like a nod to GTA.
I skipped that.
Oh, Wally.
I skipped it. I remember because he goes to the left, and then I was like, I'm not watching
And then you're
this.
on the highway, and then you're pulling off the highway. Like, yeah, go on.
I don't play this game for the story.
No, me neither.
I play it for the actual gameplay kind of situation.
I'm not gonna lie. If you're a small town drug dealer, I don't know how you do it, mate.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you
your
keep up
phone.
with it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, ping, ping, ping. Can I have 4 like purple daddies? Like, can I have 4 purple daddies for 240 quid? And in the end, mate, so basically you put up on this app what you're selling and how much you're selling it for.
Yeah.
So like if you are only growing Kush, you could just unselect all the others. You're just selling Kush for £50 a bag or whatever. Yeah. Well, I just started racking them right up, 70 quid a bag, things like that. And then people are offering me like, I'll give you 240 for 2, and it's like fair price, 120.
Yeah.
And I'm like 300 for 2. And 9 times out of 10 they said yes. And if I'm trying to moody someone up, when I turn up, like, so you get dealers in this game.
Yeah.
You have to like befriend someone they're friends with, and then they recommend you.
And they also take a cut and all these other bits and pieces.
And like, so I had to find Bethan or Ludwig to find the first fucking dealer.
Yeah.
And I secured Bethan. And the first time I went to drop some drugs off to her, I'll give her a little sample free.
Yeah. That is how you start everyone. But that's how you get
give them
your
a
customer.
sample, and then they just stand there smoking zoot, and their eyes just go bloodshot.
Yeah.
It's fucking quality. And then the next time she asked for something, instead of giving her like 2, I gave her a jar of 5
Fucking hell, you're
for
giving
like
that big
half price, bruv. I literally give it for like next to nothing. Give her loads of drugs.
Yeah.
And then like within about 10 minutes, it was like,
I've run
you
out.
should meet Ludwig, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
yeah.
I mooded her up for the dealer.
So just also to explain to these guys that haven't played this, it's all mini games. So when you grow, you have to do like get the pot. Once you get the pot, then you've got to put the soil in,
Water it.
then water it, then put the seed in, and then put
fertilizer on it.
Yeah,
or
or something like
fast
that.
grow. Or,
But they're all like little mini games that you play. Even when it comes to you've got a packing shelf, so you got to put all your Kush in the baggies and stuff like that.
Oh, how tedious is that? When you're doing like 20 bags at a time, it's like you literally with the mouse click the drug, lift it over the bag, let go, and then you have to press the bag to seal the bag, and then the flat, and you have to go whoop, and just start. It was quite satisfying.
It is a very satisfying game. So like the mechanics for the game is basic, but with loads of mini games with a process towards something.
Yeah.
There is, like you say, with the phone situation, that annoyed the hell out of me.
Blowing up.
Yeah, because
The controls for it
I'd
is
even had to
pain.
turn off. I'm not selling.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, I just need to get a bit of a bulk going on here before I start doing.
Well, so we said about this, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then what's it called? So I turned off selling, done like 4 days of growing.
Yeah.
I had to buy more storage shelves, more of everything. And then I even bought electric clippers. So you could just press the button and just like, right. And then I had like 60 Kush and 60 of this, 60 of that. And then I was like, right, start selling it. Literally within 2 days, gone.
So have you done the mixing yet?
No.
So just so everyone's aware, there is pretty much like thousands of different kush you can make.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say kush from now on because it sounds
It's
a bit
easier.
better. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 different kush strands you can make. So there is a continuous growth, and you've got to find like the best one and everything. But I found out if you just do one with
Was it like Viagra or paracetamol or something stuck in it?
so I did the first one with mouthwash.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make it minty.
Minty.
Yeah, and then you do the second one with Viagra, and it's called something that was quite funny. But I was getting ridiculous amounts of money from that one, and because it's nice and easy to do. But it's like a long process because you mix it once and you only can do 10 at a time. So you go from that one, then you go from another one, then you got to wait for that to be done. So yeah, there's a lot that goes on in this game. Basically, I played it one night. I played it at 10 o'clock. Yeah, 10 o'clock I played it.
Did you look up and it's like 1 o'clock? You're like,
Yes. I looked, and I've not done that for such a long time.
I did it. I did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Tina wasn't there. I'd had a long day of fucking interviews and shit. And I was like, right, I'm going to have 5 minutes. And then she rocked up through the door at like 9 o'clock. I was like, I just done 4 hours, bro. Like, I know it. The dog's looking at me as if like you're supposed to feed me an hour ago and walk me.
What are you paying at, Brev?
Yeah. Stop making drugs.
So yeah, it's wacky. It was wacky.
Look, if you got a PC, like PC specifically, not Steam Deck, because the controls are very mouse and keyboard, isn't it?
Most simulation games like this, Matty, who texted me the other week, bless him, he was just like, I want to play a survival game. And I said, well, it's PC only. And he says, oh, it says Steam. And he thought it meant like
Steam Deck.
streaming.
Oh.
And he was like, oh, get a Steam Deck, it kind of fix your solution. He goes, oh, is that something you plug into the back of the PS5?
Bruv, don't get one.
Yeah, what?
He don't even know what a fucking Steam Deck is.
Yeah, but it's easier than this, isn't it? I mean, if you were to play this game, you'd be annoyed because you can't play it. It is not built for.
Does it still use like the trackpad as the mouse? And
so you can. There is someone set up a controller one for it, but it's just fucked. I couldn't get on with it until they release an actual official.
I think when they actually get out of beta, it'll be available to play on Steam Deck.
Fun fact: this game will never come out of beta.
Yeah, most games don't.
No, they don't, because they earn all their money in the first place. They do little dribs and drabs, and then they don't really care about it. The thing is, this game could go on. You could do new towns, new this, but by this point, it'd be dead. The game.
So, new town, right? I don't think it's needed. The little town you're in, do you end up going to another town, or you just all in?
It just gets bigger.
You're in Crackville, basically. Yeah. I don't know what it's actually called, but there's a little mechanic at the beginning, which I thought was really good. I was like walking around, I was like, it's just rubbish everywhere.
Yeah.
There was a few people bopping about, but that was it. There was nothing going on in the town, was there?
Town-wise, actual for cars
it's really
and
quiet
stuff, there's
and dead.
nothing.
Like, you can actually drive cars. You can go in the dealership and buy cars and shit, but there's nothing. Like, it is a really empty town, really, the odds and sods. But because there was rubbish everywhere, I was like, what's that? And there was like a bin you could put the rubbish in and then it pays out. And then I went to the shop to buy my supplies, bruv.
Right, okay.
My plant pots, my soils, you know?
Yeah.
And then I see it was like litter picker and bag. And I was like, what the
£20
fuck?
square.
I was like, what the fuck is that for? And I picked it up and then I was like, I'm going to pick up some rubbish. Like, really out of nowhere, I'm going to pick some rubbish up. I started picking it up. I was like, I've got like 10 things in this bag. I'm going to go to the thing. I went to that bin, poured it all in, pressed the button, it went £16. Bosh. And I was like, I'm literally walking around picking up rubbish and earning money.
So I'm going to tell you a little cheat that I found out is that when you're doing all your grows and everything, so obviously, that is a bane of this game. We have to keep going to the shop all the time.
Yeah, but you can get it on loop delivery, but you have to have like a minimum delivery fee.
Yeah, I've not got that sorted out.
No,
I was just going,
there.
because where we are at the moment, you just quickly run to the shop what's next door to you. But yeah,
I know what you're going to say, right? So in your house, there's a trash can, isn't there? And you put it all in there, and then you have to get a bin bag and then throw the bin bag in the bin and earn a bit of pee off it. Yeah. But instead of throwing it in the bin, you just litter pick it.
No. So you collect all your rubbish and you just build a pile on the floor. So how the bin bag works, it gives you a circle, and then any rubbish is in that circle, it will pick up. So I had one bag and it gave me like £60 from one bin bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So instead of putting it into the bin where it only holds a certain amount, you can just put it on the floor. into one pile. Well, you pick up the picker,
Yeah.
drop it all in one spot, go back, pick up the other stuff, so it's all in one spot, and then bag it up in one go. Little trick for the listeners and
listeners. Clearly, Bodhi's been doing research on the computer.
I had to, 100%. I was getting too involved with it, and I was like,
I'm going to make the best build.
people have like 100 hours in this game. What is mental? Because we've only got the beginning part of it. You could buy property, you got to launder money.
You end up making fucking labs.
Yeah.
For like meth. So it's not just weed, it's like meth, coke, things like that.
Yeah.
You employ people.
Yeah.
You not just dealers, but people to cook for you,
So
to package for you. Like, yeah.
End game is to make it into an automated game.
That does it all itself.
Yeah, pretty much. With you just getting supplies is like the whole, I think, like end game, because it's supposed to, like, the last achievement everyone struggles with is getting 10 mil, and it's just generally because you need to be in that game long enough, let it all run, and then you've got to go and do
just go and collect the money from the dealers.
But there's like little things in there, like you could buy cars, but you can also buy a van that holds 16. So you go and buy that, then you go around. The skateboard's actually really good in it.
I thought that, like, so there's a skate shop and he sells different skateboards.
Yeah. You need
and
a golden one.
I just bought the fucking floorboard skateboard.
Yeah.
And I used it once. I got on it and I was zooming about, and then I had to swap to the drugs to sell someone, and then I forgot to go back to it. Like, you know what I mean? Because I was just like pegging it everywhere.
How did it feel like playing a mouse and keyboard game for you?
Easy.
Yeah. Well, this is obviously not too difficult.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, I couldn't play COD.
Have you pickpocket anyone yet?
No.
Oh.
So I said to him, I bought the little apartment above the Chinese restaurant. And he's like, did you get your money back? I was like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, you just sold it to her and then go behind her and just pickpocket the 800 quid back.
So I did it, but it's the only way to describe it is, do you know when you're at the arcades and you've got the light game and you've got to get it onto the light bulb? It's like that. You've got to press the space bar. Say this was my computer screen. I was like this. Because it was so tiny. Yeah. And if you get caught, then the police get called and you get chased after, blah, 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 blah. But yeah.
I also like the mini games on the telly.
I've not played them. I did see them. There's Flappy Bird on there, isn't
It's basically, Dino Run on Google one. Yeah. It's that, an old school Snake.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I had a little burn on that,
It wasn't earning me money, mate. I need to earn money.
Yeah, but this was when I didn't know what I was doing.
Right. So when I first got to the town, I didn't know where nothing was, and it annoyed me so much.
Yeah, but how quickly did you learn it?
No, I didn't, mate. I had a map next to me on the other screen.
You fucking neat.
I was like, where am I going? It's like, find this place.
It was like, find fermented taco shop.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to be
gas
behind
station or something.
Yeah.
And I was
what was it? In the construction site. I knew where that was, but then I ran all the way around the construction. Every time I just had to run all the way around to get to the entrance. Like, it's just because I always used to go a certain way to get there.
Yeah. Well, the bugs in this game, there is some, but I don't, because the game's not supposed to be perfect. It's kind of like, it's chill.
It's part of it.
Yeah. And the sound of music design.
It's just a bit like, if you're monging out, that's the sound in your head.
See, I feel like this game would be too stressful
for someone who's on it.
Stoner. Yeah. If you're a stoner playing this game, I'd be like, fuck me, there's so much going on right now.
Like I said, I don't know how to do it, like in real life, because I was like, fucking hell, my phone's blowing up. I ain't got enough drugs. And then I'm like, sorry. And I'm like, I'm going to lose my customers. But I ain't. There's only about 8 of them on my phone book, and they all want drugs.
No. So I've got all of them in my area. So it'll come through and I'll up the price. I had to up the price so it wasn't so busy, because I kept it normal price, and it'd be like, you have 15 deliveries between 12 and 4. Yeah. Do you also, if you do the deliveries between
in the curfew,
past the curfew, on the curfew, you get paid an extra like £100 for each one you do. Yeah, so that's something else to look out for.
To be fair, I used to tear about after curfew anyway.
It used to be, and the police do annoy me in this. Really annoy me in this. Because you try and do a deal and they're just sitting opposite you. And you just
do it, mate. I just do it, and then it's like, you're under arrest, and you go,
but because it's say like do 5. So I'm there scrolling up to get to the 5, and then I'm seeing later.
It's so quick.
No, I was struggling with this. I don't know why I was struggling so much with it, but I was.
I thought it was easy, man.
Okay, it's
the police though. You just press shift, run, bruv, and you just do a loop, and eventually you lose them, and then you can press control and crouch down in the bush like this. And then it goes, and he like trot back to David to give him his one bag of kush. Like, not even worth the ag, but here you go.
There you go. Sorted.
There you go, sorted.
Well,
it's replayable.
yeah.
I think so.
For me, I'd happily go back and play this. I want to go back and play this. Like, I
I
generally do.
wish we had more time to play it over the last 2 weeks.
Well, I remember I said to you I'd give Galaxy Survivor Rock a couple more goes. I've done that a couple of times in the bed. I played that, but I feel like this has got something about it, and it's got me. I was like, oh, I actually want to sit there and play this. Actually.
I think the problem for me is it is on the computer and not on the Steam Deck. But I quite liked the fact I was doing it. But it's the kind of game that captivated me anyway. That even if she was sitting there, like Tina, not she is the cat's mother. I wouldn't be talking to her anyway.
No.
So like, it doesn't really matter that I was on the computer. But that's the biggest downside of a gaming PC for me.
What is because but that's why Steam Deck is
But that's why Steam Deck is the one.
Yeah. Anyway, right.
Are you binning it?
I am not binning it. I will review this game.
Like, it's not like a 10-10, but I love it like it should be a 10-10, I think.
You're spot on there. I feel like for a simulator, I hate simulator games, but this one,
it had it.
Just there's something special about it.
Yeah,
there is something special. It's better like South Park. It's like you're not expecting it to be good.
Yeah, you expect. I saw it and I bought it, and then I was like, I don't even know what this game is. And I started playing. I was like, for fuck's sake, I've just wasted £16. And then I loved it.
Oh, actually, okay, this is where I'll end this section. I was just going to piggyback off you for this game,
and then you bought it.
Yeah. Just because I liked it.
Well done, you've grew your library.
By one. No, I haven't, because you already had it in my library, so it's exactly the same.
Oh, right. The number didn't go up, you just own it.
Right, quickly, gaming news. Witcher 4 trailer come out.
It looked fucking sick, yeah?
Unreal. Just going to leave that there. If it's not going to come before GTA, might do actually for the PC version, but I've got GTA 4 coming out on PC.
What, remaster?
Yeah. Did you not know about this?
No, I didn't know about that. That's sick.
So they're remastering it. I'm a little bit, because they ruined the first 3.
Yeah, but are they just going to pump it through an AI fucking program?
I hope not. It's new gen.
Is it the same people?
I don't know. It's only rumours at the moment.
I was going to say, if Rockstar are anything to go on.
If you're listening to us.
If Rockstar, you're out there, you're listening, don't go with that company.
Yeah.
You'd be silly to do it, I think.
They sacked them off anyway.
If they actually smash this remaster, they claw it back. Like
we said in the past, this is
you got to learn,
our
mate.
favourite games.
You they learn to grow.
They sacked that team off.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so that's not doing.
Yeah, but they're the same people that ported that last lot to the iPad and that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, which is outrageous that they think that. Oh yeah, they've done a really good job of that by overlaying some touchscreen controls that we're going to give them the reins. And fucking blew it.
Then we've got Switch 2 released.
Switch 2 was released. It's actually had really good sales. In Japan, they reckon it's fucking gone wild. So, I don't know anyone that's bought one though.
I don't know anyone who's bought one. I also don't. I've heard that they're still just sitting in the shops. I don't.
Yeah, they haven't it's not like Xbox and PlayStation where you couldn't get them and scalp them.
Even Switch 1 was like here.
Well, they reckon, I sent you a little fact that I see online.
Yeah.
They reckon the Switch 1 has sold over 150 million units.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Which is the same figure as meatballs that IKEA sells in a year. Just so you know. Which is a lot.
It is a lot, but
150 million units. They're well overdue the fucking successor of that console, aren't they?
I don't know. It's for me, like I said,
it's a dying breed though. They're always a generation behind, aren't they?
More than that, I just know it's just a dead console. The Mario Kart
is the only bit
that kind of interests me, but it's only a game that will last me like 2 minutes.
But if they put out a new Smash, you wouldn't buy a console for that. Whereas the Switch, I bought a console to play Legend of Zelda. You know what I mean? There are games out there that do it, but I don't know if Smash is enough to spend 400
No, Smash
quid.
isn't. But if they brought out Smash and a Mario World, like a Mario Odyssey, then
you'd be tempted.
But then, okay, away from, I don't obviously say this, but if they brought emulation out for the Switch 2.
We have it.
I want to know what it's capable of doing, because obviously the games are running a lot better now and everything else. So what is capable from...
If they can get the emulation down on that, then they can also do the emulation for PS4 games and stuff.
It's already out, PS4 games.
What, for handheld?
For the Switch, yeah.
PS4?
For the Switch, Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then they'll be able to crack that easy.
Yeah, but it's
just a new tech,
they
isn't it?
just
That's all it
find
is.
everyone though. It'll take a couple of years. I don't feel like it'll be a couple. Well, no, it won't be, because if it's running all the old games, then I don't see how it's different from the Switch one.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
I saw someone playing Pokemon. This is a bit it's like a bit because so I saw someone play Sword and Shield on this, and it did look a lot better to play.
I'm gonna have to have a look.
Yeah, it looks. So that one bit was the water bit.
Yeah.
And it looked crap
in the
on
wild
old one.
area. Yeah.
But on
it was
this,
always well like choppy.
On this, it's because it's a higher frame rate and can handle a lot more. It does look a lot better. So yeah, something to. I wouldn't want to go and buy a Switch, but if emulation wings, then
we ain't needing to buy a Switch. And then another, from that handheld to this handheld, Xbox has announced they're making a handheld. It's called the Ally X.
It's I don't know. It's a company's partner.
Oh right, okay. I do not understand why. I get it, because they've just got to be in the race, because handheld is always still a thing, and PlayStation are going to do it.
It makes all the sense.
Whatever. The Steam Deck is capable of playing all that stuff.
So this should be stronger than a Steam Deck. And
is it though?
And you've got to think Microsoft is Windows. So them to build a Windows gaming portable device.
You think it'll be better than the Steam Deck?
Be pricey, more pricey. Yeah, but it's still, I think it's using a Steam OS, I think. So
No, it's using Windows 11 OS.
Is it?
Yeah, I read it the other day.
I'd like for Steam and Xbox to partner up.
Can you play Xbox Game Pass on a Steam Deck?
You can,
only
it's
do it
just
as the mirror
long-winded.
thing?
No, you can play them on there.
Yeah.
There's a console behind it, a PC behind it.
behind it.
It's just long-winded.
So my opinion is, it'd be interesting to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be pricey.
It'd
It'd be more than a new Xbox.
Well, you think it'd be like £700-800, or do you think it'd be like more $5? More?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Because the only reason why I say that, because the Rock Ally at the moment is like £900. But
hey guys, Steam Deck, Facebook, do it.
400 quid.
400 quid.
You're happy?
Terabyte SSD.
Right, you ready?
Wrap up. You want me to do the fast wrap up again?
Yeah, I'm tired now.
I'm flagging, I'm sweating,
I'm
and you
sweating.
guys are going to get the wrap up in all of about 2 minutes. So this week, guys, I have been retiling the bathroom, gutted it, restored it. Tonight, tomorrow, it's going to be done. Bodhi, what have you been doing? Motorbike, with your little camera, working.
Yeah.
We spoke about drug lords, El Chapo, the shower disintegrator. I don't know.
Yeah.
He disappeared, didn't he?
Through a shower.
Through a
Houdini.
tunnel on a motorbike. What a guy.
Yeah, geezer.
Right, and then his son tweeted from Costa Rica saying,
Remembered.
man's on holiday, innit? He's safe. You know? Then we spoke about Pablo, all the positives of being the real Robin Hood of the Medellin.
Yeah, of the...
He used to burn money to keep his daughter warm. He also married a 15-year-old, so nonce. Schedule 1, the game this week. You are a small-time drug dealer building up an empire and trying to get that achievement for £10 million profit. It is a banger. It is over exceeded our expectations, and it's got all the right recipe for a 10, even though it's not a 10.
And also killed Assassin's Creed.
Oh yeah, it killed the new Assassin's Creed because they came out at the same time, and this smashed it.
Yeah.
We spoke about the Witcher 4 trailer. We haven't spoken a lot about it. It looks fucking sick. Get yourself on YouTube, have a look. We also spoke about the Switch 2 and whether we thought we would cop it.
Yeah.
With Mario Kart World and the new Smash Brothers, we might think about emulating
They
that
haven't
shit.
announced new Smash Bros. Yeah,
No.
emulated.
And then Xbox are bringing out a handheld. We reckon it's going to be double deer. Get on Facebook, buy a Steam Deck, 400 sheets. Do it. OLED only because you don't want a POV spec one.
No.
Do your Theo.
Also, I'm going to quickly jump in here. We've also got a big gaming centre, so we've missed out the new Black Ops. We've missed out a lot of new games as well as we'll talk about that next week.
Next week, maybe we'll do a big gaming news.
Yeah, we need to. And we also need to get out of this fucking room because it's sweating.
Right, you guys have been amazing. You have been amazing. I have been amazing. This has been the Waffling Sticks podcast. Follow us on our socials. I won't leave you hanging.
Bosh.
Like, comment, subscribe. Positive comments, negative comments.
5-star, blah, 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 blah.
All that stuff. Video last week popped off. You guys, we love it. Cal, forgot. Cal has got the peg me, become an expression at work. What a fucking hero.
Are you on holiday next week?
The next pod, I'm here. And then I'll go on holiday that week.
So our guest is due 2 weeks'
Our
time.
guest-
4 months' time.
Yeah. Bodhi's going to blank out the name of our guest from this section. 4 weeks' time, we've got a special guest. We're doing 3-man up. So be there or be square. I hope you enjoyed listening to the Waffling Sticks podcast this week. Bodhi, send us off, please. Don't mess it up, please.
Thank you for listening.
Thanks for reaching out.
If you haven't reached out to someone in a while, making sure they're doing okay.
You better fucking do it.
Bosh.
Okay. We will see you in a fortnight. Bash.